So this Jimmy Kimmel suspension is quickly becoming the crime of the century, according to the woke left.
And this whole thing is being done because Trump got his feelings hurt about Jimmy Kimmel making fun of him. Like, this is what these dictators do. Trump is trying to silence dissent. It's authoritarianism.
What did he do to them? But again, how is he involved in this decision? Do you think that somebody actually called and got his opinion before making this decision?
1,000,000%.
He also, according to John Roca, might be secretly plotting to cancel next November's midterm elections to keep his Republican majority in Congress.
I think there's a really good chance that we don't even have midterm elections next year. I'm just putting it out there because he's already laying the groundwork for it.
When you're a clown, nobody takes you seriously.
All this because Jimmy Kimmel went on his show and used Charlie Kirk's murder to take a shot at people he hates, Donald Trump and his supporters, pushed the obviously false narrative that the shooter was a Trump supporter, pissed off a bunch of their affiliates who didn't want to run the Jimmy Kimmel show, and when word of this got to ABC, they took a look at the ratings for the Jimmy Kimmel show and came to the conclusion that, yeah, this guy just isn't worth it.
Woe is me, a world without Jimmy Kimmel tonight to rock me to bed. Like,
no, it's about what it represents, which is the silencing of dissension, the silencing of ridicule of the people in power. This is not America. That's not America. We're free speech is being able to say whatever you want, short of like fire in a crowded theater about a situation. And even Kimmel was, yeah.
But there are consequences, Johnny. That's the whole point. You can say fire in a crowded theater, but you can also get in trouble for it. Jimmy Kimmel said something stupid, which he has the right to, but ended up pissing off ABC's largest affiliate. And then they suspended him. It's as simple as that. You were trying to turn this into an attack on free speech and freedom of the press perpetuated by the evil orange man.
A targeted attack of free speech by someone who has been critical of Trump from even the Oscars stage in his career.
And even your own co-host is calling you out for how ridiculous that is.
Like, when people pin this on Trump, I'm like, you're getting a little carried away. Like, it's just part of this ego. It's like this Trump derangement syndrome, honestly.
Oh, come on.
Everyone just wants to blame him for everything. It's like, what did this guy have to do with this?
You're too smart to say that. Come on. It's hard to say he didn't know about it when he immediately, when it was the decision, he was crowing about it and saying, this is not the end. Like, that tells you he was behind all of it.
He was reacting to headlines that by that point had come out, right? Mm. So it always seemed like he was one step behind the news cycle in a way.
You know, we've had Donald Trump, the politician, for 10 years now. And it's truly fascinating how the media and these influencers still, after 10 years, do not understand how he manipulates them. He posts things like this to control what the media says and to trigger them so badly that they go on their networks or on YouTube and say the most ridiculous and insane shit in their anger and frustration. And after a decade, these people still haven't figured that out.
Like, that tells you he was behind all of it.
And I'm just trying to like imagine being like the executive vice president or CEO of Nexstar, and I'm like getting like Trump on the line and telling him like what we're about to do and getting his sign-off or authority. Like, what?
He's not going to get his hands dirty. He gets his boys like the FCC chairman Carr there to do that kind of stuff. He always has go-betweens.
Now, wait a minute. You said earlier that you knew 1,000,000% that somebody called him to confirm whether or not to go ahead with this decision.
How is he involved in this decision? Do you think that somebody actually called and got his opinion before making this decision?
1,000,000%.
That's crazy. That's
not crazy. It's very logical.
Yeah, do me a favor. Hit the like button if you think this guy is just completely insane.
Yeah. Again, it's not up to him. He doesn't fire anybody. It's these other companies that are making this decision on their own.
Because he is intimidating them to make this decision. There is a difference. But you can't ignore all the other things that have been going on for the last 8 months around this kind of stuff, this desire to have an autocratic control of the media. It is a concerted effort to control the news that is being put out.
So I have a question. Why would Trump want these media figures taken off the air in the first place? Jimmy Kimmel, Rachel Maddow, Don Lemon, who sleeps with men, by the way, Stephen Colbert, those idiots on The View, little Brian Stelter. Why would he want them censored and taken off the air when at the end of the day, their insanity and their Trump derangement help him? There are videos and compilations all over the internet of these people raging and having meltdowns and pushing obviously fake news. And when watched by average ordinary people like you and I, they're mocked, ridiculed, and laughed at. And again, like I mentioned earlier, they're all too stupid to realize that they're playing right into Trump's hands whenever they freak out and have their little meltdowns. Remember the mugshot, ladies and gentlemen? Did that help or hurt Trump last November? I think the answer's obvious. So again, I have to ask, why would he want these people deplatformed and taken off the air?
He's obviously wanted Jimmy Fallon gone or Jimmy Kimmel gone for a long time.
Well,
right?
I think
why didn't they bend the knee then? Why didn't they bend the knee?
Because of the horrible murder of Charlie Kirk, which of course was terrible. There should never have been political violence. We do not approve that. I hope I can speak for Jeff. We do not approve that in any way, shape, or form. But I think they were looking for a reason.
Now, real quick with regards to what was just said here about Charlie Kirk's death, may he rest in peace. I do sincerely hope that what Johnny just said here is sincere. I genuinely do. But unfortunately, in this live stream, he seems a hell of a lot more upset about Jimmy Kimmel not being able to do his late night show than he is about Charlie Kirk getting gunned down at a college campus in front of his family for simply wanting to have polite, respectful debate with people who disagree with him politically.
And to be fair, the kid grew up in a MAGA household. Whether he was MAGA or not, you can debate that, of course.
Okay, but when everyone's like, oh my God, they're silencing Jimmy Kimmel. We're being silenced. It's like, nah, dude, you didn't catch a bullet in the throat. You're not dead. That's being silenced.
Right, it's a bit dramatic, but I hear your point.
My God, what a piece of shit. And Jeff is exactly right here. Jimmy Kimmel can eventually go to another network. He could be hired back at ABC. He could start his own podcast, and he could go to other networks to get interviewed. Charlie Kirk can't do that. In fact, Johnny here wants to start his own network for people like Kimmel.
Yeah, if I was a billionaire right now, and I wish I was, God, these are the times that I wish I was a billionaire, like a multi-billionaire, like fucking Ballmer over there in the Clippers. I would 100% start an entire, network, a left-leaning network, and I would bring in Colbert, I'd bring in Kimmel, I'd bring in all these people that are being ostracized by the moves that Trump is doing, give them the largest platform possible. Immediately put this stuff in motion as a contradiction.
I got to be honest with you guys. I would love to see that. Imagine the insanity, the Trump derangement, the unintended comedy that would come from that network. It would be like watching the Young Turks 2016 election night meltdown every day.
And to the motherfuckers on Twitter fucking with me right now, I just want you to know, I don't give a fuck. I'm ready for the revolution.
He's making them do this by threatening them with the power of the government.
And Rocha concludes with a warning to us all that the evil orange dictator won't just stop at left-wing media figures. He's also going to be going after YouTubers on the left as well.
You can't deny that there is an effort here to silence dissent against Trump. And it's very dangerous because they're not going to stop at the media. They're going to start going into YouTube channels. They're going to start going into all these entertainment sites. They're going to start doing all this stuff.
I don't know. I just don't like living in this space where everyone is so comfortable being like, they're going to do this and they're going to do that. Well, they haven't yet.
They have been doing a lot for the last 8 months that people predicted that they would do. So they have been doing that, Jeff.
Well, Johnny, I think I speak for just about everyone who made it through this entire video to the end. Thank you for that, by the way, when I say that we hope you remain on the platform for a very long time to come because you woke SJWs are the gift that keeps on giving. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you in the next video.